I inked this early version of the Wind Squid design. You can see that here using the same elements from the original pencil sketch that I did, which I'm just not happy with. I don't like the helmet. You know, there's some I like the gas mask thingy. I like the rocket on his back. I don't like the legs. So I was driving in today to do the editing on Classic Game Room, and I thought of an idea for the legs. So I'm gonna work on that now and try to change the head design a bit. But there's some elements from here I'm gonna pull over to my next version 2.0 of Wind Squid. Here's the thing, I think I'm going to try to make his legs the jets from the rocket. There's some elements there that aren't bad. That's a little more like it. Why even give him arms? I mean, need to use that space for things like lasers. And the tentacles, give him the two longer tentacles, squid tentacles for come out of up there. That just sort of simplifies the whole head design. Continue with the 8 tentacles here. I like his feet as rockets. I think that's funny. Something's still missing, but let me do a little more thinking here. I think this is getting closer. It's getting there. Technically, squids are a little bit longer than this, although I like some of the design element ideas. I'll try to, right next to this, I guess, draw a slightly different version. I think squids, I was looking at a picture earlier, have like the head, you know, which is like here, the body, and there's like this long kind of squid looking tail thing. So if we take some of these cues, let's continue with the head. I like that goofy face mask that he's got on there. I like the somewhat bewildered look in his eyes, because that's just amusing. Just make those a little bigger, make his goggles big, and work on those later. I like the goggles, that's not really a issue. Now, the thing with the real squid is I guess all the tentacles come out right out of the top, like up here, but I don't think that's going to work for him. I think for this guy, we're going to keep the tentacles coming out, like, you know, 8 of them coming out of here, out of his nose mask. And then keep a lower forehead. And give him like 2 really long ones up top that can also come down here. So the longer ones could be used more for his arms. And I think they have suckers on them too, don't they? Oh, see, it's perfect. You know, that's a fucking weird looking thing, and that's alright, I can deal with that. Alright, so the arms can be either up with the suckers on them. Here, there we go. That way he can grab things with his 2 big squid tentacles And I drew, I have 4 of them here, but there would be only 2 at a time. I'm just trying to, you know, work this out here. Alright, so now the squid has a body. Kind of like this concept of this thing that, you know, is like a little armor plating that wraps around him. That's going to be like the top of the body. Do like a little, the Robotech kind of, you know, useless little exhaust vent there or something. Not that they were useless in Robotech, but not that they're useless on Wind Squid. Perhaps he needs to vent exhaust after flying through space. Here's the tough part. How do we want to encase him in metal? Like give him two jet engines as feet, or do we want to keep the squid, like the squid body on the end? So we don't have that in the in the animated series. That's not really there. Of course, it does kind of identify him as a squid, doesn't it? Maybe that's not a bad idea, come to think of it. Why don't we... That's sort of... these can almost act as feet. If you look at a picture of a squid, they have these big things on the bottom. I'm actually looking at a picture of a squid right now over there on the computer. I'm cheating. Not really. And then, of course, all of this comes together with the booster pack on the rocket. Give him a really big rocket and then, you know, strap it onto his back with a gigantic metal thing with bolts in it. A tail, a fin. There, see, we gave him a squid-like tail, kept the tentacles there, goggles, and gave him suction cups on his tentacles. Maybe do a little more research on that, but even if squids don't have suction cups, it would actually kind of make sense, because that way he could have 2 tentacles on the top of his head, because squids have 2 tentacles, or 2 really long ones, and then he could use that to grab things. We would vent exhaust there. Maybe we could put like a Gatling gun on him or something. Well, his weapon power-ups fit there. Remember from the anime? Or the anime. Remember from the animated thing? They little beer cans slapped onto the side of him? We could give him gun pods. Yeah. There we go. Now we're talking. Let's do a little more work here with the marker. That's not half bad. I kind of like that. He doesn't have arms, no feet, still has the rocket strapped to his back. Goggles, should be able to strap on gun pods if we want, so it'd be like Einhander except in a squid form. And the oversized rocket is just amusing. So in social situations like in a fine dining restaurant, Wind Squid would seem comically out of place. And then he could incinerate everybody with an ion cannon. I like this. I think I might go with this for the first Wind Squid of the new Wind Squid, which actually will be Wind Squid 4.